look awesome. They look dangerous, and they've already been involved, putting their 2 cents in a situation that they really had no business doing so, but there they are. They have the nicknames of Psycho and Killer, Dave.
Yeah, they have Psycho and Killer on their warm-up vests, those leather vests that they have, but, you know, they're under the hoods, and they're both about the same size, and once they remove that jacket with a name on it, I can't tell them apart.
Plus, they have those nooses, those Texas Hangmen nooses, with the cowbell on them, and for some reason I seem to think that they might use that to their advantage before it's all over with. Look at this.
Psycho and Killer. Yeah, I don't like having those nooses at ringside. I would be much happier if those things were somewhere else, like on the other side of town. Oh, well, they didn't even wait for the bell to sound here.
Right away, one of the Hangmen going after Brian Collins. To be honest with you, Dave, now I've lost connection as to who Psycho is and who Killer is already.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was trying to watch as they took off the warm-up jackets, but they're dressed identically. I just can't tell them apart. I don't know which is which. And if we're having that trouble, you can imagine with all the action going on, the referee is having the same trouble, and that could be a problem in a situation where these guys could just, I suppose, walk in and out of there without benefit of a tag, and the referee might not realize what had happened.
No catch-as-catch-can style of wrestling here. They're just going right to the fight and beating up is the best way to describe it. Brian Collins right now. Tag is made. I think this is Killer, but I'm not sure. Up on that second strand of rope, Collins stretched out by the other Texas Hangman. Body slam coming up. He's setting him. What is this? Just carrying him around the ring. Now a power slam.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
An unorthodox power slam, but nevertheless slamming Brian Collins down and going to work.
The damage was done, unorthodox or not. That was some kind of slam.
Brian Collins, worse for wear. These Texas Hangmen going right to work to establish a reputation in the USWA, and I think they're serving notice and sending notice right now to anybody here. Look at this.
Oh.
Well, it is teamwork. I don't exactly agree with it, but it is teamwork in the Texas Hangman. Look at that. Now, inciting the crowd. Holy cow.
Boy, he just continues to work on Brian Collins. Brian hasn't had a chance. They jumped him before the opening bell. Look at that, choking him with that left hand. Got it wrapped right around his throat.
Texas Hangman going to exchange on the tag. And one of them's Psycho, one of them's Killer, but it makes no never mind now. They're double teaming anyway. And Brian Collins down, double boot to the midsection. And the DDT. The Texas Smashola there. Brian Collins, worse for wear right now, needs to tag Nightmare Danny Davis. Danny has not even been in this ring. There's the neck breaker.
Yeah, that reverse neck breaker, and man, that should have wrapped it up right there, but he didn't even go for a pin. He just picked him up.
Making the tag now, sets him for the neck breaker. The other Hangman climbing to the second strand of rope, going to come down with a double axe handle with the neck breaker. Down goes Brian Collins. And if the Hangmen want to end it right here, they should. They could.
Yeah, this is what really disturbs me about some of these teams like the Texas Hangmen. They could go for the count of 3 and probably get it right now, but they want to continue to punish this young wrestler, Brian Collins.
Whoa! Did you see that? The double chop to Collins. Collins on his back again, and has spent most of this match on his back. Belly to belly slam.
Ooh.
Cover. Will this be it? One. No, pulled him up. Now this is ridiculous.
You know, this has nothing to do with their opponents right now. All they're trying to do is intimidate other wrestlers in the USWA who may have to face them down the road, and they want them saying, whoa, look at these guys. There's no excuse for this. They're just trying to do that for the benefit of others.
Now referee Paul Neighbors distracted, and there's that rope, that noose coming into play right here. They've got it wrapped around Brian Collins, and Collins being choked in the corner of the Hangman. The Hangman switching out now without a tag, and Collins, the victim of this onslaught by the newest tag team combination in the USWA. I'll tell you, they came in with a tough reputation, but I have not seen them in this state of mind or state of being in any of the film I saw on them, Dave.
Oh, they are rugged. They are tough. They've got that Texas as the first part of their name, and that's disturbing, too, considering the problem we have had with the other Texas group, Eric Embry, the flamboyant one, and Dr. Tom Pritchard. And you know what they've done, too? They've kept Danny Davis out of this match. They've kept Collins in there the entire way by keeping him away from the corner and the tag on his partner.
Valiantly, Collins trying to fight back. Both Hangmen, they're going to set him for a pile driver. No, they're going to... Oh. Whoa. What power into that slam. 1, 2, and they pull him up again,
Oh, my
Dave.
goodness. I was hoping they'd go ahead and get the 3 count for the sake of Brian Collins, who has just been beaten up here for 4.5 minutes. We're 4 minutes, 35 seconds into the action as the Texas Hangmen continue to run wild, Michael.
Collins attacked. There's a double headbutt. Collins was attacked before the opening bell, and Dave, you're absolutely right. They haven't let up an inch. Now here's a cover, 2, 3, and finally, mercifully, Brian Collins is pinned by the Texas Hangman. Danny Davis never with a chance to get in the match. And what a rugged team this is going to be.
Boy, I tell you, I don't like seeing these guys show up in the USWA. You know, they're kind of reminiscent of some of the tag teams of old, and I'm going to go back a few years, but teams like the Interns, for instance, the Assassins, who came in under the mask, ran wild. They have the size, the weight, and they have the wrestling ability. Unfortunately, you put all that together, and it spells maybe trouble. The Texas Hangmen, I don't think I even want to talk to them, but... Well, you guys got a victory in there, but...
We got more than a victory, people! And I want you all you geeks and dweebs of Tennessee to realize the great state of Texas is invading the Mid-South. So you people, you better close your doors, hide your daughters, and do whatever it takes. And the Texas Hangmen are here. And when all these Tennessee idiots step in the war zone with the Hangmen, you boys better get ready to crash and burn. Like my brother said, Eric Embry and Tom Pritchard are good friends of ours. You mess with them, you mess with Killer and Psycho. Texas versus Tennessee. Step in the war zone, Chiefs.
Killer and Psycho, the Texas Hangmen. Back in a moment. Dave